evening, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to another video. I just got off work, a few hours ago. I went to a new office today. I got a random call on Saturday from an office manager I met a couple years ago, and she called me out of the blue, and she's like, "Hey, Dr. Brown, we need your help at our office. Are you looking for a full-time job?" And I told her no, that I had found a place, but I could come help them out. And I went in this morning, and I was absolutely blown away by the staff. They were very friendly, they were very welcoming, very open. The schedule, it didn't kill me. I saw a reasonable amount of patients in a reasonable amount of time. I was given all the support that I needed, and the fact that she wrote me a check same day, that was nice as well. So I really wanted to talk on this video about kind of my feelings about the whole, I don't know, I guess, work just kind of being a means to an end. I was listening to a podcast last week by Sahil Bloom. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I've been following his channel for a couple of months now. I really love his stuff. And he was on a podcast, and he was talking about how it was okay for your job or your career to just be a means to an end. He was saying how you don't necessarily have to find meaning and passion in your job if it's there to pay your bills, keep a roof over your head, provide for your family. If you had other outlets for your passions, if you had other avenues in your life that were meaningful, family, friends, community, meaningful hobbies, things of that nature. And it really got me thinking about my current work situation. You know, Watching some of my previous videos, you may know that I'm not necessarily happy with my current position. No, I love being a dentist. It's my calling. As cheesy as that may sound, I feel like I'm called to do this. I love to do this. And I was getting to a point after listening to that podcast where I'm like, okay, maybe I'm okay with this current job just being a means to an end. It's a paycheck, it's a steady paycheck, it's a steady job, and so long as I can find other outlets, for my passions, for my meaning, for my purpose, then it would be okay. That was until I went to this new office today, and I came to the realization that I find it very hard to just look at my job as a means to an end, because like I said, I've wanted to be a dentist ever since I was 6 years old. I fell in love with it at such an early age. I spent so much time at the dentist as a kid, and for me, it's a way that I feel like I'm giving back to the earth, to people. I feel like I am doing a service. I am getting paid for it, but at the same time, I feel like that's my purpose. I find a lot of joy in doing what I do, and it would break my heart if I couldn't do it. So I kind of have a hard time reconciling, just going to work every day and not liking it there and not feeling like I am doing good. I was at a point where, I'm having to meditate and do breath work and journal and all this other stuff, not because it's a habit and not because it's doing me good, but I'm doing it just to not have a breakdown at work, and I'm doing it just to keep myself steady enough where I don't blow up at somebody, or I just don't want to be in a position to walk off another job. And I've had more than one day where I've just felt like that. And I was learning how to kind of calm my nervous system just so that I could go to work. And that's a very unfamiliar feeling for me. And I know a lot of people, I think they said it's about 75% of all people hate their jobs. And, I hate that for people, but I understand. I understand a lot of people are in positions where they are just going to work for a paycheck because it is just a means to an end. And I now have a lot more respect for those people who are going to work every day in a place that they don't necessarily like. Now, I think everybody can get to a place where you kind of have that attitude of, this isn't the greatest thing in the world, but I don't hate it either. If you can find some neutral ground, I mean, at least that way you can go from neutrality to positivity. Whereas if you're already in a place that you hate, my heart goes out to anybody who is absolutely hating their job. Like I said, I've been there. I've worked in places where I cried on my way to work, and you know what? They don't last long. And I refuse to be in a place every single day that I hate, because life is too short. And given the fact that I work one on one with people, people need the best of me. They need my absolute best. And if I am at a place where, you know, they keep the windows open in the dead of winter and I'm fucking freezing to death and I literally have no say in it, that's not good for me, which is not good for the patient. So I am kind of having I'm kind of rethinking this whole position. I was going to I was going to stay at this job and, make it work and be okay with it just being a paycheck. But after having worked at this new office, I don't actually know if they're taking on a doctor full time. I hope they are, but I will continue to help them out as much as I can, because I worked an 8-hour day, but I don't feel like I worked at all. And that's the feeling I'm going after. I went in, we all went in with a mission. We accomplished that mission, and we did it having fun. We did it having fun with one another. We did it having fun with the patients. It was very stress-free, and that's how I want to practice dentistry. That's how I want patients to see me. Not stressed, not angry, not upset. I just want my patients to see the best of me, and I need to be in a practice that's going to bring out the best of me. And I can't necessarily do that if I'm in a place where I have no say over anything. So that's one thing I'm kind of going to think about and pray about and keep y'all posted about. But besides that, I'm happy. It's been a good week thus far. I know it's just Monday, but Monday is my favorite day of the week. It was the day that I was born. So I've always kind of gravitated towards loving Mondays. So let me know in the comment section how you have kind of gotten through jobs that you've hated. What was the outcome? How did that change you as a person? What did you do about it? And for those of you who love your job, consider yourself blessed, because a lot of people don't. And if you're in a spot to create change at your work environment, then I hope that you can. If you can't, do what you need to do, and just know that it's not the end of the road. Something better will come up. And if nothing better comes up, then it's within you to create something. And I have faith that you can do that. So I hope you all have a good week. Thank you for tuning in, and peace.